And here on the executive stage, I would like to welcome again Vasil and Tsvetanka Mincheva, CEO of UniCredit Bulbank in Bulgaria. Hello, guys. Good morning. Thank you for being here, and the stage is yours.
Good morning again. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody. For those who weren't part of the first session, my name is Vasil Petrov, and I'm the founder and managing director of Lean Institute Bulgaria. We have been contributing to Link Global Connection for several years now with speakers from Bulgaria. As part of Link Global Network, again, a pleasure to run this event together. And even bigger pleasure to introduce to you today Tsveti Mincheva. Tsvetanka is, I would say, a remarkable person on many levels. From personal perspective, from what I know, a very easygoing, genuine, and somewhat direct person, which is, I think, really good qualities. But when we talk about professional career, maybe I can call it a dream career for many that wanted to start in banking. Tsveti started back in 2001, and that has been almost quarter of a century now in the bank, with lots of different roles in sales and management. 2020, I think, was it? Let me check my notes. Tsveti was Deputy Director of CEO of Romania UniCredit Bank. 2021 became the Chairwoman and CEO of the Management Board of UniCredit Bank Bulgaria. You, Tsveti, have also a management MBA degree from Italy. And I would say last but not least, what is a very prestigious award, you are Manager of the Year in 2023 in Bulgaria. So with that introduction, thanks once again for being part of this event and sharing your knowledge with all of us. I'm very happy to have you. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Vasil. Thank you. While I'm preparing my presentation, so really happy to be part of this event. Congratulations for the organizers of it. So I'm here to talk about practical things from the top view of one of the biggest Bulgarian banks in the country. What I can contribute to the Lean, I will try to tell you through my story. I am Tsveti Mincheva, as I was presented, and I have really the pleasure to represent UniCredit Bulbank for Bulgaria. My career started here a little bit more than 20 years ago as a trainee, and I arrived to the CEO position in around 20 years. How it happened and how it's connected to Lean and what I have to share with you, let's see in the following minutes. I would love to have also your questions, so please do prepare them. Okay, first of all, talking about Lean. Do you really think Lean is connected to banking? Most bankers actually probably say no. What about banking? What about Lean? It's probably a methodology for factories and for engineers. This was also what I was thinking 20 years ago. I remember very clearly when there was a visit organized to a factory from my MBA program. I remember vividly today the game we played about the value chain delivery without first and then with applying Lean principle. I was impressed very much about the yellow lines, everything in order, and a big spider charts around the organization that were showing the continuous drive of that specific organization for improvement. But at that time, I was not sure how this relates to me, actually, and how this can be applied in my job. This picture also reminds me of a story of one quote that I've heard say somewhere in NASA about the bee body. Probably some of you heard it. So the aerodynamics of the bee body actually is not suitable for flying. The good thing is that the bee doesn't know it. And I believe that's a valid principle also for what we have done over the years with our transformation. So who am I? Why I'm speaking about Lean? I already introduced it to myself, to you. But why it's so important, the question now, more than ever? First of all, because transformation has never been so fast like today. and it will never be so slow again, like in this moment of time. We live in extraordinary times, exponential technology growth, in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnologies, rise of parallel opportunities and also challenges in front of us. All geopolitical shifts actually are disrupting value chains. If the companies are not prepared for this new world, where often the trends are overlapping by themselves, actually they will be out of business. And it's a very concrete business logic and business topics. If we wait that the moment comes where we need to search efficiency and release them and become agile and flexible organization, it will be already too late for us in business. Often these trends, as I mentioned, combine, and this creates an environment where we rarely see the real changes going on. Often we see the main one, like artificial intelligence today, probably no surprise for everybody, but the history shows that they are happening simultaneously also other changes that probably we don't notice. Like for us in Europe in '89, for example, it was the Berlin Fall, but exactly on that year, it was created the idea of World Wide Web. That probably is a major change than everything that we have seen on '89, but rarely somebody of us was noticing back then in time. So that's the moment we're living exactly today. And in these times, as I mentioned, what we need is actually continuous strive for improvement and making the things better before the moment has come that the business kicks us out. And I believe that here Lean really helps in banking, because this is a mindset. It's not just a tool for me. And as I told you the story, since the very moment I saw it, I was fascinated. I'm not talking here as a Lean specialist today, but rather as a champion, as it is called by the Lean methodology. I have this official certificate also by my guys, because I have the chance really to drive many initiatives that happen in our organization over the time. And I like to share with you an internal quote related to our culture and our way of thinking about efficiency initiatives in our bank. And it's that this quest is a team sport. It actually involves everybody in the bank. It starts, of course, from the top. Today, as I mentioned, I'll share my 5 practical lessons. I'm ready to deep dive and follow up with anybody of you about how practically we can run this in banking. It's a simple picture, but as always, the truth is in the small and simple things. Which are my 5 cents? First of all, I would say involve all in your mission. Of course, you need to start from the top. If there is no top support on any initiatives, it can happen. There could be nice ideas, but the results often are not sustainable over the time, or they are just short time. I want to give you here one example. I have many, of course, but one of the examples is our Digital Championship Initiative. Our corporate banking launched last year a special platform for digital signing of big customers. Here, I'm really not talking about individuals where the application of such tools is already running quite fast to a big percentage, but we talk about corporate customers when they're established ways of working, they're established accountant practices. And we, together with the team of the bank, wanted to change this and give a very nice platform to our customers that, of course, was helping also ourselves to have leaner and better processes. And how this initiative was run? First of all, it started from the promotion of the top of the corporate banking, which was necessary in order not only to preach the words of what we want to do, but also to show by example. The colleagues were having a series of workshops starting from the clients in order to understand how to design the process. They were following daily with very big billboards in their rooms the number of new customers registered. Very quickly arrived to the first 1,000, and I'm happy to to say that today there are more than 5,000 big corporations in the country that are using this message, this system for exchange with the bank, sometimes even for a multi-million deals of lending. When leaders say it's something important, people listen. But when the leaders show it by doing, it really happens and becomes sustainable. I have seen in my practice many initiatives growing and then disappearing once the CEO was changed, for example, and the process focus was disappearing. So it's extremely important that across the entire organization, there is understanding that it's a part of the business, it's a strategy that will make your company successful. So I really preach, start from the top, understand what we're talking about, and involve your people and show by example. Going to my second lesson that I have learned with my practice. Any idea without a clear framework and without a clear owner, it's just a dream. Without an owner, it's nobody's idea. The best process is one with the name, telephone number, and person that stays behind it, including the passion. My practice shows that people make the difference. And when I'm working on change management, as most of the process changes actually are examples of change management, I believe the people make the difference. But in order to stimulate the entire organization to go in the direction of efficiency and to contribute to the ideas and transformation, we have tested many forms, bottom-up, top-down initiatives, and different. What I want to share with you today is the latest one. We call it Keep It Simple, and it's a holistic framework where we collect ideas from all around the organization, from different streams. We put them in one flow, and there is a clear rule and setup of how the ideas are evaluated, how they are classified, how their applicability is also checked. Ideas get, of course, filtered, also measured. They are reported, they are collected bottom up, but they are also regularly reported to us at board level, where we can, of course, intervene and support the implementation in case of bottleneck. What this initiative is giving to us? First of all, we have in the last years, 2 years I'm talking about precisely, more than 250 ideas generated in that way. Over 74 of them are already implemented and are really bringing effects. It's about 78% of the ideas that we evaluated suitable to be implemented. Over 1,047 hours of work were saved in the bank, around 1.6 million sheets of papers. And I have to tell you, in banking, we produce a lot of paper, or we used to produce a lot of papers, which is not the case anymore. 63 of the processes were significantly improved, and I'm really proud with the team that was able for 48 processes to accelerate them so much that on average for each and one of these 48 processes, they saved 7 hours and 20 minutes. So this is amazing when you speak about banking and when you speak about customers involved in the processes and customer satisfaction, because this makes us actually better in the service we are doing. I'm really proud with Keep It Simple. It's all around the building as we use different channels of communication about this, starting from online, our internet pages, speaking about it on all our events, but we have it also in our boardroom. A very big poster which is saying that's the right place for your ideas, just give them. Of course, without Lean and the framework of Lean and the people that are Lean trained, I am very proud in the bank we have several black belts. The implementation of these multiple ideas that come to our table would not have been possible. So that's what Lean is helping us to keep track and to monitor also the effects out of this, of course. Going to my third lesson. Okay, you involve everybody. You have a beautiful framework, whatever you call it, experiment it, renew it in a few years. Without training the people and making them understand of what you are talking about, it can just not fly. As Lynn, I mentioned, for me, it's not a theory only. It's something you need to experience. We use several methods of preparing our people. Of course, lean games, shadowing roles. People need to feel the difference between one and the other process. For a professional in banking that typically comes from sales, from branch network, to explain the value of process and what does it mean to have it simple, it's not so easy without training. And as I mentioned in my first story, I was so impacted. I remember for 20 years the game I played in Lean, how it saved time, the average time that a piece was going through the whole value chain, how it was decreasing the stocks we were keeping as playing teams at that time. How quickly we were able to change production when the times were changing and we had change in orders. All this is more than valid today in banking. Okay, what we have done for preparing our people. First of all, our internal trained Lean people created a simple guides. What is Lean about? What does it mean, Lean Six Sigma initiative? We have created a pocket guide. I also have it on my desk. They gave one to me as a present. We have created video training in several parts, which was completed by more than 2,800 people. So we literally subscribed all our people related to process, especially in retail banking, to go through this training so that they were really knowing what we are aiming for. We have run several sessions that we call more to know sessions. So these are sessions where specialists or people that are deeper into the topic explain to the others short, practical knowledge sharing moments, real life tips, tools, success stories, what works and what doesn't work in real life. And last but not least, we have created also this weekly 5-minute tips and videos for how to simplify our work. I want to mention here that the last thing the colleagues did in this communication campaign is to officially block a slot in the calendars of the entire bank. We agreed, of course, as a management, one slot for Thursday afternoon, where everybody can be focused on how to do their job better. And actually, we are trying to keep this slot free of internal meetings and give time to the people to really reflect on what they can improve in the daily work. My fourth lesson, recognize and award initiative. Okay, you have the framework, you have the pocket guides, you have trained them, you have the management supporting. You need to recognize the good achievements. And I believe this is an important step in order to keep going and stimulate the entire organization to deliver further ideas. We have created a program that we call Bravo Team. It's an internal branding for our program where we reward not individuals because they have done something specific or extraordinary in their results, but we award specifically teams. And when we talk about initiatives for efficiency, for improvement, where the teams really matter, I mentioned this is part of our culture and our credo of how to do it. With Bravo Team, we celebrated already 33 ideas as the teams delivered in the bank. And we have done this also during our Efficiency in Action event, which we did together with the Lean Institute in Sofia, where more than 200 colleagues that are involved in these initiatives and process were recognized, awarded. And of course, we use the time of awarding also to share good practices and to inspire them for the next mile that we want the teams to go and through. We have received also external awards to our journey of simplification, which we are very proud of. Some of the initiatives that came out of these team ideas, I want to mention as an inspiration to other colleagues in the sector or in other companies. For example, loan disbursement and repayment via our online channel. It's an initiative that enables clients to originate, disburse, and repay fully end-to-end the process through our online banking. It's a STP process, which is integrated in the bank. And after 2 years of implementation, over 47% of our loan-related orders are now processed in that way, significantly improving efficiency in the middle and the back offices of the bank, and of course, customer satisfaction. Other things, just as idea, like RPAs were introduced to message some soft overdue customers. Of course, we have pre-selected the right one to be called in that way, but it's saving huge effort from our call centers and soft collection team. I have many other to mention, but probably one of the last, which is a very heavy process in banking. This is related to the end of day preparation of branches. So every evening the branches have a special actions that have to do in order to prepare for end of day. It's a reporting process, complex for them, and we streamline it through the lean methodology and apply some digitalization of the steps that were possible to be digitalized. So we removed, first of all, duplicate reports to reduce redundancy in the process. This was the first and the easiest step. We eliminate the paper. Approximately 300 pages were saved daily for that procedure. We ensured better accuracy and control. Through the automation, we removed some of the manual controls, and we ensured generation and proper archiving of all the reports. So there were less operational mistakes and potential risks. And of course, overall efficiency of the process improved. Let me go to the fifth practical lesson from my experience. Scale it up, share and scale what works. If you don't communicate the process, it remains sealed. Maybe one team is good, knows how to apply the methodology, delivers excellent results, but if you don't make it known to the entire organization, the others will be not taking part of it. And this is what we try to stimulate by giving stage to the good practices and achievement. The idea is really, really simple. But it's super important for the entire organization to move forward. As I mentioned, we try to scale up the idea. So one good idea, like saving minutes from meetings, arrived to a blocking slot for the entire organization. So we save time for meetings, we work on improvement of the processes. This leads me quite to the end of my presentation, but these are some examples of keep it simple. They are in Bulgarian. This is the original communication that we have around the bank. So idea for efficiency, just a time for coffee. This is written, here is written, just 2 clicks and you can share your idea. Your idea goes to the right place. This is the poster we have in front of our boardroom. Okay, let me finish with some bonus tips, I would call like them, that I want to add on the top of these 5 ideas. Okay, first of all, there is no end. So if you expect that you will run a big transformation initiative and it will finish with the deadline of your project, sorry to really tell you the truth, but that's not the case. What I have seen in my practice that we are talking about process improvement in the last 20 years, and there is always what to improve. It never really finishes. We have done waves of simplification over the time. Today, we are the most efficient bank in our country. Our cost income, of course, because also of the good performance of the sales, but our cost income is below the 25 number, which for banking, the one that follow the sector, it's extremely good achievement. And it's entirely because there is a constant focus on how to improve each and every step and then redundancy. So if you think that this effort for you will finish tomorrow, sorry, it will not. My second bonus tip here is like in the fashion. Actually, I'm a lover of the fashion, and before becoming a banker, I wanted to be a fashionista. But somehow I finished with maths and with economics in the banking sector. But like in the fashion, every good thing is the well-forgotten old one. So never forget the old ideas. I have an example also about that. For example, we were having ideas to develop some things in process many years ago that didn't fly at that time. Probably the time was not the right one, or the technology was not so advanced, or the organization was not ready. But sooner or later, they find their time. So keep always an eye and track on the old and good ideas. And this is what happened also with us. It's a RFID idea about the physical archiving that we have implemented in the bank now overall, and save a huge time in the process of annual inventarization that was taking months. Closing here with a call for action for all of you. Just one improvement, you know, probably this equation here. It's like the compound interest in banking. So as a banker, I could not really miss it. If you do a single small 1% improvement every day, you will have almost 38% more at the end of the year. Imagine if everybody of your teams is doing that, how huge the effect can be and how it can be compounded for the organization. So that's what I wanted to share. I understand it's very practical. It's a view from the top, but I would love to stay with anybody of you and talk about this. You can find my contacts and of course contact me later if you want to deep dive and understand more about our experience. And my call to you, all of you, is what you are going to improve today. Start with the small things, because they are the ones that transform and change organizations. So these are my contacts here. If you want to contact me or write me messages after the presentation. Thank you once again for the invitation and being part of this really amazing event.
Thank you, Tsveti. We do have several minutes. Perhaps you can answer one or two questions depending on how we move with the time. Thank you very much for this interesting presentation. And I would like to quickly echo what you said in terms of walking the talk with those events that you mentioned that we organized together. It was 200 people that were recognized for their efforts, for giving ideas, to contributing to the bank to really accelerate in terms of lean and automation of services. Amazing job. Now, a question here from the chat regarding the keep it simple approach. How do you encourage employees to share their ideas there rather than keeping them to themselves and implementing them within their own teams?
Constant communication. So I have it in almost all of my speeches as a CEO of the bank. The same is valid for my board members. So every time we talk with people very practically, we stimulate them. The good thing is that you have to show them when you deliver. So it's a good and bad in the same time, because once you show them that what you hear then is delivered and simplify their life, saves times to them, then the people are coming back with more and more ideas. So it's a kind of rolling thing that happened. Of course, first time you need to prove that you hear and that you are capable of driving the implementation. But believe me, once you start, the people come alone and suggest you how the company and the process can be improved.
Awesome. Thank you very much. We do have several more questions, and I will encourage the people that ask them in the chat to maybe text you, send a message.
You see all my contacts here. I'm on LinkedIn, of course, no major networks.
So again, thank you very much for being with us here today and sharing your knowledge. Looking forward to hearing the new improvements in UniCredit Bank Bulgaria in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Tsvetanka. Thank you, Vasil. It's a great presentation. I appreciate you both being here.